Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Morvi, and I'm back again with another bunch of games that are easy to get that gamer score and that all-important 100%. Today, we are looking at the top 10 easiest games to complete on the Game Pass. I thought I would switch it up a bit, as I know a lot of you guys have the Game Pass, so why not hunt through it and get them easy ones out of the way? It saves us money, and they're just sitting there ready to go. Now, since it is the Game Pass, it was a little bit harder for me to find these titles, but don't you worry, I've got 10 for you that they shouldn't take you too long. And by the end of it, you'll have another 10,000 gamer score underneath your belt. If you follow all of my guides so far, you will have 30,000 gamer score, all thanks to this guy. If you haven't seen any of these videos, please check the description down below or wait till the end, and I've posted them there at the end of the video. If this video helped you out in any way, please let me know down in the comment section. And if you want to see more of these videos, please hit that subscribe button. But we're all here for one reason, and that reason is achievements. So let's jump into it. This next title is the quickest on this list, as well as the quickest probably on the whole of Game Pass. The Little Acres is a point-and-click puzzle adventure about Aiden and his daughter Lily as they stumble upon Aiden's father's teleportation device that opens the door to Clonfera. This strange world is home to all sorts of interesting creatures for you to meet and interact with. As I said, this is the fastest game to 100% on the Game Pass. A standard playthrough takes around an hour and 25 minutes, but there is also an achievement to complete the game in under an hour, which for anyone that is super quick, that means you're going to get 100% in around 50 minutes. For the slow people, this probably does mean having to play through the game twice, but as I said, it's around 50 minutes to play through, so you're looking at just under 2 hours. I have created a guide that is 100% in one run, but it does mean not failing any puzzles. None of them are hard in the slightest, you just need to keep on moving. There are a lot of talking parts and cutscenes to get your bearings, and the timer stops when you pause the game. So if you are watching my guide, you can keep pausing and then watch my video and then carry on without messing up the timer. So what are you waiting for? Get Little Acres on your list now. Okay, this is the reason why I had to re-upload this video. Untitled Goose Game was in this position, but I had to remove it because good old Bill Gates removed it from the Game Pass. So now we have Mac's Curse of Brotherhood. Mac's Curse of Brotherhood is the oldest title on this list. I believe this is one of the original Game Pass titles, so if you haven't already, I would highly recommend starting with this one, as it may soon vanish. Somewhat like Goose Game. This puzzling side-scroller has us take control of Max and his newfound ability to move and control the objects around him. We need to use these new abilities to traverse the strange new world we are pulled into. The further you go, the more abilities you unlock, from raising the ground below you, from growing vines to trees, to gap massive pitfalls. There are many ways to manipulate the nature around you. This one does take around 7 hours to complete and is one of the longer titles in this game. The maps do vary and keep them interesting, and the puzzles will have you scratching your head in some parts. I really enjoyed this one and I found the art style super charming. With a guide, I reckon you could get some of that time down to around 6 hours. So if you want to cheese it, get that guide up and then get that gamer score. Now, this is a cute one. The Garden Between is probably one of the shortest on this list. This one is a side-scrolling puzzle game where you'd get to take control of time. This childhood friendship story should only take you around 2.5 to 3 hours, so this one will be a quick one to get through. The majority of the achievements aren't missable, but there are a few sneaky ones that can slip by us. I have made a complete walkthrough that you can use if you so need it. I'll talk you through all the bits that are a bit of a head scratcher, and you get them achievements and trophies quicker. The scenery is really interesting once you realise these are childhood memories, but through the eyes of the child at the time. For example, you'll walk past a waterfall, but once you've completed that mission, you'll understand that it was just a curb with some rainwater running down it. A lot of the achievements are connected to completing levels, so you can sit back and enjoy this little gem, but there are a few hidden across the maps. Thankfully, they aren't too hard to find, so it shouldn't take us too long. As I said, this is probably one of the quicker ones on the Game Pass, so get this on your 100% list. I recently completed this one on my Twitch stream. Come follow me at twitch.tv/Mr. Morvi. What Remains of Edith Finch is a 2-hour walking simulator. This fast little completion has you running around the old family house. Each room is for someone in the family, and by walking around the house you get to find out a bit more about each person in the family. Some of the stories are zanier than others. In one instance you're a cat chasing a bird to have a little munch on, and the next you're a great white shark bowling down a cliff. You also get to relive some memories from other family members. I think it's really cool that you get to relive the memories that family members have written down from the past, and this game does it really well. The majority of the achievements are easily picked up along the way, but there is one or two that are missable, but you can replay chapters so it's easy to go back. One achievement has you walk around one specific room twice. This is one of the easiest on the list and it isn't too long. There isn't too much to this one aside from walk around a really big house and listen to stories while playing through some memories. It's a nice calm game to add to your 100% list with an interesting story. It takes a little while to warm up, but stick with it. Right, now this game needs no introduction. Minecraft has had many different versions put out over varying generations. Thankfully, the achievements have mainly remained the same with new ones added to more recent ones. The version I'm talking about today is the most recent cross-platform version, aptly named Minecraft. Not mistaking it for Minecraft or Minecraft, the Xbox version. As I said, this is the most updated version for Xbox, and it also allows Xbox players to play along with the PC gang. All the achievements are pretty much the same. To do this on your own, this could take you a while without any preparation. You need to gather a lot of supplies as well as find and fight a few bosses. This game is renowned for its RNG, so you could be here for some time. If you have some free time and some bored friends, why not open up a little server? That's what me and mine did, but that's not quick, and we're here for quick. If you played Minecraft before and just want the achievements, you are in luck. There are many PC servers that are achievement servers. They are really elaborate but well-built worlds to make achievement gathering super quick. All you need is the server code and you're good to go. These servers are so interesting to explore, so if you just want the Chivos, this is the quick option. If you want to play the game normally, you're looking at a good 15, 20 plus hours. But with these servers, you're looking at around 45 minutes to an hour. This is also a newer title to come to the Game Pass. Full Throttle Remastered is a classic point-and-click game. You take control of the leader of a big bad hairy biker gang. You get framed for a murder you didn't commit, and now it's our job to clear our name. I'll be honest, I wasn't looking forward to completing this one, but I was really surprised by how fun the experience actually was. The story is well written. The animation is polished, but it is reminiscent of the point-and-clickers on the PS1 generation, and the comedy throughout the game is actually pretty funny. I wasn't expecting any of this going in, and it was actually a really nice surprise. This game should only take you around 4 hours to complete. There are quite a few achievements to collect, but they all come one after another, so you are constantly getting gamer score. Some of the achievements are missable, but if you read the description of the achievements, or use a guide, these won't be any issue. The descriptions tell you exactly what you need to do. It's a nice and short 100%, but it is one of my favourites on this list. You should definitely get this one under your belt.
Ben, no time to talk.
CARTO is a fun adventure game that's new to the Game Pass. We play as CARTO, a young cartographer that gets separated from her grandmother. We need to meet up with her, and to do this, we need to use our cartography skills. Throughout the game, you'll find parts of the map, either scattered about or by helping the characters we meet. With these pieces, we can change our surroundings by moving different parts of the map around. This in turn will change the nature around us. There are some pretty confusing puzzles in this one, so make sure you bring your big brain, as this may leave you scratching your head. This one is new to the Game Pass, so I assume it will be here for some time, but do not wait too long, as you never know when Microsoft is going to remove titles. This one is super chill, but as I said, some of the puzzles leave you a bit stumped. There's 20 achievements to grab on this one with 10 levels to complete. Each level has an achievement attached to it, as well as 9 secret achievements and a 100% achievement. This one should take you around 4 to 5 hours, but if you're using a guide, you should be able to shave some time off of that. I'll be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of this one, and I was just grinding through it as quick as possible. A couple of the puzzles are quite tricky. The people you meet in the world do give you hints, but for these two specific puzzles, I was pretty much left to work it out for myself. So bear that in mind. Now, time for a spooker. Layers of Fear takes us on a journey of guilt. We play as an artist spiraling into his madness with what he did in his past. As you progress, your surroundings change, but it is as if time is fast forwarding. The nice stately home ends up looking like a decrepit crack house. The story does stay very vague throughout the game, but as you play through, what is confusing becomes very clear. If you enjoy horror, this is really a fun one to play. The storyline is amazing. The scenery is really creepy and off-putting, and it does make your hair stand on end. The achievements are fairly straightforward as well, but I would recommend a guide. There are a lot of collectibles to obtain throughout the game, and the map is fairly big. You do have the option to do a chapter select, so if you miss any, you can pop back and grab them. This is one of the more collectible intensive games on this list, although it's nothing like an Ubisoft title. Although we will be collecting dead animals and photographs along the way. Also, one of the achievements has us staring at one of the portraits on the wall for over an hour. So, make sure you get your dinner ready and walk off. This game should take you around 4 hours to complete, so even if you aren't big into horror games, it isn't too long, so maybe you can push through and get that 1000 G. Now, on to the next one. Mischievous raccoons and the ability to open a black hole to swallow up any inconveniences? Yeah, go on then, sign me up. Newly added to the Game Pass, Donut County is a hidden gem. The raccoons have moved into town, and ever since, nothing has been going to plan. Weird black holes keep opening up all over town and swallowing the townsfolk and their property. Now, you'd think we'd be hunting down the black holes, but no, you are wrong. We are the black hole. This anti-hero game has us playing through a multitude of levels, eating up everything in sight. You begin each stage as a very small hole, and with each new item that falls into the hole, you get bigger. Eventually, you're big enough to swallow up skyscrapers. There are some puzzles along the way, but they are very straightforward. Nothing challenging, so don't you worry. This one has Katamari vibes written all over it, but it has its own unique twist. The storyline and the characters you meet along the way are super cute, and you almost feel bad for destroying their homes. Almost. This game shouldn't take you too long at all. It should only take around 2 hours. There are some secrets along the way, but you can collect them all in one playthrough if you know what to look out for. I'd highly recommend this one for gameplay and for quick gamer score. 10 out of 10 all round. And we are finally at number 1. Subnautica is an oceanic exploration and survival game. You crash land on a foreign planet that's mainly water. Thank God we packed our scuba gear. After a cutscene or two, you are thrown headfirst into the world, free to explore at your heart's content. Just like other games in the same genre, there are a bunch of items to create and collect, all while watching your back in case a big sea monster decides to turn you into lunch. Now, this hasn't always been a quick 100%. We are now able to use the developer console within the game. This allows us to spawn in special items we need, as well as teleport around the map to various landmarks we need to interact with. In this run, you can also turn off damage, so you won't need to worry about the spooky fishes coming to take a bite out of you. This took me around 40 minutes in-game to complete, but all in all, it took me around 2 hours. Depending on what generation console you are playing on, loading times may differ, but I am currently using a pretty old Xbox One. Some of the loading times took over 2 minutes, and when teleporting to new areas, I would have to wait for it to load up. A lot of the time I would fall through the map and I would have to teleport multiple times until the area was loaded. This isn't anything game breaking, it just slows you down a little bit. When following a guide, it is very straightforward. You need to visit a few areas, interact with the scenery, and then build some items. Without the developer console, I'm sure 100% in this title would be a massive pain in the ass. But thankfully, we skip all the grinding and get straight to the achievements. I think it's very similar to Minecraft and Valheim, where you need to go out and grind the items. But we don't have time for that. We want to go straight for the achievements. And that's the end of my easiest 100% on the Xbox Game Pass. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched all of my achievement guides so far, you should be up 30,000 gamer score, so well done you. If you haven't seen my other achievement vids, check the description down below or go to my channel. If I helped you out in any way, please let me know down in the comment section. And if you'd like to see more, please hit that sub button. I've just hit my first 200 subs and I'm so grateful, thank you. But until next time guys, I've been Morvi and I'll see you later.